played host to 10 Super Bowls. Here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. That's out quickly to London. And some room to work. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Now they'll run it on the taunts. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one caught by Isabella. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was caught free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The Saints sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Play action now. Winston rolling to his left. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Kamara on 4th and goal, unable to get in. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And Anderson's got it.
He's going to have the first down and more than that.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And the slot man goes in motion left. The slot man in motion right. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Back to throw now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the press, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. He'll look to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action. Winston. He'll buy some time right. He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Off the play fake, Winston. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Winston. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about
about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And Winston lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a hit and a loose football.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On play action, they'll throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defensive coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
They'll set up a throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. He's got the 1st down and more. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Play fake. Winston. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And got his man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Again, it's Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Now Winston. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Arnold Ebiketie able to record his 5th sack of the season. Winston to the sideline here on 4th down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try. The kick by Lutz is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We've seen them do much better here after a struggling first half.
And what I like about what I've seen is that they're executing at a much higher rate now. And I don't know how much of that is changing plays or changing philosophies as much as, okay, guys, let's just get it together and tune things up to a really nice degree.
Yeah, sometimes it can just be a leader in the huddle saying, let's get this together, right?
And so many times you've worked all week on certain things that if you're just going to throw it all out and kind of start over, you're not going to execute as well. Sometimes it's just what you said. Okay, guys, let's get it together. Let's go right now. And that's exactly what they're doing.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Tossing out right here to Patterson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Winston. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have the Saints 1st down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. Now Winston. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 3. Looking for London on the out route complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Throws right back to London, complete again. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This offense so far on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 45 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll throw again. Winston. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here this 4th quarter.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston eluding the pressure right. On the check down, he finds Kamara. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front.
They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Here's Winston. This is Smith with a grab. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Atlanta, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.